The Whispering Shadows. In a small, forgotten town nestled deep within a dense ancient forest, there stood an eerie mansion known as the Blackthorn Manor. Its foreboding presence cast a sinister shadow over the entire community, with its overgrown, thorny vines snaking up its walls like malevolent serpents. For generations, the legend of the Blackthorn Manor had been passed down from one trembling soul to another. It was said that on nights when the moon hung low and the wind whispered through the skeletal trees, strange occurrences would unfold within the mansion's decaying walls. One chilling autumn evening, four daring friends, Sarah, Mike, Emily, and Jake, gathered around a campfire. Their faces illuminated by the dancing flames, they dared each other to spend the night within the mansion's eerie confines. It was a dare none of them were willing to back down from. As they approached the mansion, the air grew colder, and the forest seemed to close in around them. Sarah cautiously pushed open the creaking, wrought iron gates, and they stepped onto the overgrown path leading to the ominous front door. Moonlight filtered through the gnarled branches above, casting eerie shadows that seemed to reach out for them. Upon entering the manor, they were greeted by the suffocating scent of decay and neglect. The once grand foyer was now a cavernous chamber filled with broken furniture, tattered drapes, and the faintest echoes of laughter that had long since faded away. As night deepened, the four friends ventured deeper into the mansion. Their footsteps echoed through empty corridors, and the incessant rustling of leaves against the windows played tricks on their frayed nerves. Unseen whispers skittered through the air, their words indistinct but unnerving. In the grand library, they stumbled upon a dust-covered book that seemed as ancient as the mansion itself. Its pages were filled with accounts of inexplicable occurrences that had befallen those who had dared to cross the threshold of Blackthorn Manor. It spoke of ghostly apparitions, unseen hands that caressed the living, and eerie voices that beckoned from the shadows. Shivers ran down their spines as they realized that their presence had awakened something malevolent within the mansion. Shadows danced on the walls, and chilling whispers seemed to emanate from the very air they breathed. Panic set in as they realized they were no longer alone. Sarah's flashlight flickered and died, plunging them into darkness. Desperate and trembling, they fumbled for their phones to use as makeshift torches, casting eerie, disjointed beams of light through the haunted mansion. As they tried to find their way back to the front door, the mansion seemed to shift around them, like a living, breathing entity. Doors slammed shut behind them, trapping them in a labyrinthine nightmare. The whispers grew louder, and spectral figures materialized in the corners of their vision. Jake, overcome by fear, screamed and bolted toward a staircase, disappearing into the upper reaches of the mansion. The remaining three were left paralyzed with terror, unable to follow or even call out to him. Hours passed, or perhaps it was only minutes. Time lost all meaning in the haunted mansion. Sarah and Emily clung to each other, their nerves fraying as they tried to make sense of their nightmarish ordeal. The whispers grew more insistent, almost pleading, as if the spirits trapped within the mansion sought release. Just when all hope seemed lost, a faint glimmer of dawn began to seep through the cracked windows. The mansion, as if weary from its torment, released its grip on the terrified trio. The doors that had been sealed shut now swung open, and they stumbled out into the pale light of morning. They never saw Jake again, and the memory of that harrowing night would haunt them for the rest of their lives. The legend of Blackthorn Manor lived on, a grim reminder that some places are best left undisturbed, their whispered secrets buried in the shadows for eternity.